Richard Stillman's Irish Balladeer show combines music, storytelling, and dance. Some of the instruments include tenor banjo, mandolin, bagpipes, cittern guitar, concertina, penny whistle, bowron, bones and harmonica. Here are a couple of selections from the show. Shake hands with all the neighbours, kiss the callings all, welcome as the flowers in spring to dear O'Granny go. Now, Brian O'Branigan was having supper at his grandparents' house. And after supper, they sat around the peat fire and they warmed their hands. They began to tell the old stories. The grandmother told a story of the wee folk and the grandfather of the great wars of Ireland. And then it was Brian's turn to tell. And Brian said, well, I don't actually tell stories, I get it all mixed up and people get mad at me and they knock me on the head. So I'm not your man. So thank you very much, but no. Well, Brian, said the grandmother, if you can't tell us a story, make yourself useful. Pick up the bucket over there, go out to the well and fetch us a pail of water. So Brian picked up the bucket. He went out the door. And all of a sudden, a great wind kicked up and spun him around to the east and spun him around to the west and set him down. He was in the middle of a cold, dark, wet woods. And there in front of him was a great manor house with all the lights blazing. They were having a party and maybe they had some food because he was kind of hungry. He knocked on the door. The great oak doors swung open. Sure enough, inside there was a great party going on. It was a party in honor of a great chieftain who just died. And all the people turned and looked at him. He said, Brian, nice to see you, Brian. Look who's here. It's Brian O'Branigan himself. Nice to see you, Brian. Thing was, he'd never seen any of these people before in his life. Then the head man of the village, a big burly fella, came over to him and said, Brian, good to see you, Brian. Come over here. We're going to have a pint. Yeah, come over here. That's right. Now sit down, lad. No, I'd rather stand if you don't mind. I said sit down. No, really, I'd rather stand if you don't mind. I said sit. Okay.